Okay, so we have used means first starting we have used read file operation, right? Read file operation. Huh? Just in the before classes we have the read file operation to read the file. So read file operations to read the file. But in this read file operations, we cannot get the count of the file. And one more disadvantage you are guys, count of the files, count of the files from SFTP. We cannot get the count of the files from the SFTP by using the read file operations to read the file. And one more operation is that it will not handle, we cannot get the count of the files from the SFTP, and it will not handle the large. No, guys. We cannot get the count of the files from the SFTP, and it will not handle the large amount of the large data file. So by using the read file operation. So this is the disadvantage. So that is the reason what I have done yesterday. That is the reason what I have done yesterday. Go to the projects. OIC September 14. Go to the unlock this. So unlock. So that is the reason what we have done. We have used the list file operation. Okay, and when you use the list file operation, you will get the count of the files. Okay, and then we are going to download the file to stage location. So this will be taken care to get the count, and this will be taken care to download the file to stage location. That way you can do that large amount of data file you can download. If you use the read file, if it is large amount of data file, it will be failed. So that is the reason I have taken this approach. Understand the difference between the read file and list file, or any confusion? And once you download the file, you will get the response. Right? That response we are going to map to HCM data loader import and loader program. So previously what we have done, we have mapped read file response to map here, mapped here. But now what we are doing, whatever the download file, whatever the response come, that response we are mapping here using the mapper. Understand the difference between read file and list file or not, guys? Tell me. And we can download by using list file response. We can download the file to stage. So that is the reason I have removed the. That is the reason I have removed this approach. Read file approach I have removed, and I put the list file and I put the download file. So read this one, guys. Any question? Feel free to ask me. Any question? Feel free to ask me, guys. Harshit, do you understand or not?
Yes, Vamshi.
What is your understanding? Tell me. What is your understanding? Can you tell me? Can you tell Mujamil what is your understanding? Anyone can tell?
So in the integration, instead of that read file, we have to use this list file, right?
Correct. So why we are using list file? Because we can get the count of number of files from the SFTP, and by using the list file response, we can download the file to stage. So read file, we cannot download the file to stage, and large data also cannot be handled. Okay. Now, so now guys, um, here, for example, I am going to handle this way. So we are handling the rethrow, right? There is a one more fault handler that is called throw new fault. So what this throw new fault will do, I'm taking the example. For example, in the SFTP server, by mistake, two files there. But my client is telling, if it is two file scenario, don't consider the integration run. In the two files are there, don't execute integration flow. Don't execute the integration flow. So what we will do, throw new fault handler we will handle. By using the throw new fault, what will happen? Whenever this is failed, if you have multiple files, this will be raised, and then this will be raised, and then other actions from the integration will not execute, and it will go to the error. The error information will be stored, and rethrow also will execute, and it will go to the global. That is what it will be happen, the throw new fault. Hmm? So it means this exception we can say business exceptions or custom exceptions. Custom exceptions we are handling or custom messages. So here whatever the error message we got here, that is the standard error, right? Did you observe or not? This whatever the error code and error message which is coming from the standard, right? But here we can define our own custom business exception. Hmm? Understand or not, guys? Very, very important, guys.
When Vamshi, more than one file listed in SFTP means it will throw error, right?
Exactly, correct. We'll throw the error. How to handle that one? Hmm? So what we will do? What you will do here? Here, listen carefully, guys. You can ask any question, guys. Don't your fault. So this error code, you can mention something. Stop processing int flow. There are multiple files. There are multiple files. Hmm? Region. You can give any region. Hmm? So you can give same thing I mentioned, details one. So what do you mean by skip say, this message you can give anything, guys. This message, okay, otherwise Based on the requirement, you can mention, but just for example, I am giving. Just I am giving separate, different name. You can give any name, it will accept. Okay. No, why it is coming there? So what do you mean by skip condition? What do you mean by skip condition here? Tell me this. What do you mean by skip first? So we will do like this. So add a skip condition. We will get the count. I will explain guys this one, don't worry. We will get the integer and of the integer. This is recently I have worked in, that is the reason I am telling guys. Last batch students I have not explained these scenarios through new fault tree, through all these things. So here you can get the count. Recently I have worked in one of the project. Item count. And the item count. Item count means number of files. So what I'm doing here, less than or equal to integer. So this is a little bit tricky, guys. I will explain, don't worry. Integer 1. First of all, what do you mean by skip? First of all, what do you mean by? Let's say here what is like for example, what I am giving here and skip condition, integer item count. Integer, listen carefully, pay attention guys. Integer item count I am giving. For example, in SFTP location, we have two files are there. For example, in SFTP location, two files are there. So now listen carefully, pay attention. Two files are there. Now what I am checking here, less than or equal to 1. 2 less than or equal to 1. 2 less than. Consider the example of SFTP server. We have two files there. Consider the example of SFTP server. We have two files there. 2 less than or equal to 1. Tell me guys, this 2 less than or equal to 1. 2 less than or equal to 1. Condition true or false?
False.
This is false. Correct. This is the false. This is the false. Condition false. So what will happen whenever this is false? Whenever this is false, this will be raised. Whenever this is false, this will be raised. This will be raised. That is called skip condition. Normally, in if condition, what you will do guys? If it is true, will go inside, right? Normal if condition scenario. But what we are doing, we want to skip this condition. That means whenever this is fail, this will execute. This code region and details will come. Understand, Sharda?
Yes, Vamshi.
Now consider the scenario. This is the false condition. This time, this throw new fault exception will raise. This time, throw new fault exception will raise. Consider the example. Consider the example. In SFTP location, we have only one file there. Only one file is there. Consider the example of SFTP server, we have only one file is there. Tell me guys now, 1 less than or equal to 1. This is true or false?
True only.
This is true. Now what will happen? This throw new fault exception will raise or not? Tell me.
It will not rise.
It will not raise. I'm telling you, it's very, very important. Recently, 1 week back only, I did this one in one of the integration. The client is asking to do this one. That is the reason I'm explaining you. You also check other batch students. I have not covered this throw new fault and rethrow activity. But you understand, right? Arshit, Mujamil, Vinay.
Yes, Vamshi.
Anyone can tell guys what is your understanding? Arshit, can you tell? Or Vinay? Chaitanya? Whatever you understand.
Based on the condition what we define in the through exception, to continue with the integration or to raise the exception.
Okay.
So unlike if class, whenever this condition what we give there becomes false, then the exception will rise.
Okay.
And whenever it becomes false, whenever it becomes true, that is the time it will continue with the remaining integration.
Exactly correct. So this will not raise the exception. Integration.
So Vamshi, in
Integration
SFTP, if we
flow.
have more than one file, it will rise the exception, right?
That is what we
So the
decided. Yeah.
So then the integration will not continue further, right?
Correct, na? Correct. Whatever Chaitanya said, correct. Integration flow will not continue. Yeah. So that is what my client requirement, right?
Means it will work like literator.
Huh?
List literator. Like in Java it is there, no?
Okay, I'm not much confident in Java.
Okay, means it runs number of times until the condition goes wrong, so it will go in a loop.
Yeah, correct. You are understanding correct.
When the condition falls, it comes out of the loop.
Okay.
So Vamshi, what if there is no files in SFTP? Then also it will condition will be true, right?
No, it will be false, right? So the count will be
think so.
zero.
It will be true.
Count will be zero, now
It
1
will
less
be
than.
true. It will be.
Oh, 1 less than or equal to 0, how it will be true? It will be false, right?
Okay. Means if the condition is true, then it will execute the
It will raise the
flow of the
exception. It
integration.
will raise the exception integration. So you see, for example, if it is one, for example, there is no files. What is that here? It is 0, right?
Yes.
Here it is 0.
Yes.
0 less than or equal to 1. Here 0 less than or equal to 1. Condition false, na?
Yes, sir.
This will go right. Correct or not?
Yes, sir. If the condition is false, the throw condition will be executed, right?
Execute and integration flow will not be continue. And
Okay,
this will be, where it will go, this one, it will go to here. It will go to here.
Okay.
Vamshi, can we process multiple files also?
That is
One
next
by one?
example we will cover.
Okay.
In the next example, I will cover multiple files processing. Okay. So now let's run this one. Let's run this one. Let's save this one. Let's keep multiple files in SFTP. Even interview point of view also, they are asking what is the difference between the throw and throw new fault. So now we have multiple files are there, OIC1 and OIC2 files are there. So what will happen? So it will go to this flow or this flow. First flow, right? This flow.
False. False.
So what will happen whenever new throw fault will come? Then again, it will execute this one. Then again, what will happen? This rethrow is there, na? Then rethrow where it will go?
Global.
Global. Yes, I am telling you, exception itself, I am taking 3 classes, means how much important it is there. In every every OIC interview, without this question, there will not be any OIC interview. I'm telling you, I'm taking 3 classes, means how much importance it is there. Almost this is the big integration, guys, I'm telling you. But next, see, every integration, you have to handle this kind of flows. But in the next integration, I am not going to handle all this one because this is common, right? This is common for every integrations. Okay, right? So now what I will do is here, let's say, it is coming error here. Why it is coming error? Okay, notification. Here you need to take the file name we have taken from the read file, right? That is the reason it is coming error. Now what I will do, I will give this files, this file. I will give one scenario, guys. You try that one. I will tell you the example.
So for this integration, can we pass file name as a parameter also, like runtime, whatever value we pass?
Yeah. Yes. File name also we can pass. I will tell you in the file name, directory name, and file this one file name pattern. In the next example, I will cover. Huh?
Okay.
That is possible.
Vamshi, in real time, most of the time you use global errors, right, Vamshi, rather than scope.
That is
Most of the
completely
times.
most of the time global only. But if you have big integrations are there, right? Big integrations we will do both. Okay, miss. So this is done. Now activate the integration. So what is the expectation? Tell me. What is the expectation? Run. So throw new fault raised. Throw new fault raised or not? So throw new fault raised. So let me stop the screen share. We'll open the email. The error occur in integration. Stop. See error code, error region printed or not. Hello. Error code, error region printed, right? So
This one.
and verify in the database also. Verify in the database also. Actually, in integration, I did one mistake. Not mistake. Instead of read file first, I should have taken list file starting itself, so that it should not have that means you should not have a confusion for that. Oh, go to the actually, basically in the real time read file response means very rare cases we will use. Most of the time list file, download file only we will use. So what is the table name? Six. Error. Error. Stop processing. Stop processing in flow. There are multiple files. So thing or not? You mention the date so that date will be printed here. So that is one thing. And one more scenario I will give you guys. You try that one. So my requirement is okay. Files are there. That for example, if the files are there or files are not there, then this scenario will work. This scenario will work. So there is another scenario. For example, this is the real time scenarios I am telling you guys. These are the real time scenarios I am telling you. Files are there or no files are there. This will be taken care. For example, here file is there, but that is 0 KB. Then size is 0. Then can we handle? So if the file data is 0, do we have to continue the integration flow or not? Tell me, Chaitanya.
We don't need to continue because it's
We don't
empty.
that is empty, right? We don't need to continue the integration flow, right? No. How to handle that one?
Yes, Vamshi. No need to continue the integration.
So you tell me the logic. Arshit, can you tell the logic? How to build that one? I will give the one clue to you. Arshit, are you there?
Yes.
So I will give one clue to you. We have a file size option is there, like count is there, na? Like that we have a size option also there.
Okay.
Tell me how to implement this one. Logic. Can you tell or difficult? See, like we have checked the count rate here.
Yes.
Same way, we have a size option also there.
So another skip condition we need to add.
Yeah, we need to add that one. No, here we cannot add. Here we cannot add. We need to build another throw new fault.
Another new fault, and in that skip condition.
In the skip condition. Yeah. I am asking Arshit, like how to build that. Yeah. Will tell. Hello. Mojamil, can you tell? So you see, if you understand
Instead
this,
of count, we need to give that size something.
okay, size we can give here. Yeah. Then after that, this one.
Then integer same more than or equal to some 1 KB, right?
I will tell you.
Integer KB. We should have to keep our integer or different.
I will tell you that one. So what you will do, you need to write like this: integer size not equal to so, for example, the file size is 0 not equal to 0. For example, hello. Now you tell me this is false or true, Harshit?
False.
So 0 not equal to 0 means condition false. Correct or not?
Yes.
Now, for example, the file size is 1 not equal to 0. 1 means data will be there, right? 1 means data will be there, right? Correct or not? For example, 1 not equal to 0. 1 not equal to 0 means what? Condition true or false?
True.
True. True means
Then there is a file.
there is a file and with the data is there.
Yes.
Can you try this one or you want me to do? Sharada, Chaitanya, Harshit, Sujan. You will
try to do once.
okay. So this is also most of the important many times
Here
we
we should have to write the condition reversely, right?
yeah, correct. Reversely we need to write.
That's what somehow we are facing some confusion.
Yeah. I'm telling you, this is not easy. But real time scenarios, if everyone asking, that is the reason I'm telling you. Real time scenarios will be little confusion only, but you have to spend time and understand the concepts. See, even I am also expecting immediately to understand, but at least you get some idea, right, what I have covered today. So with this HDL integration completed, guys, with all error handlers, I have covered global, scope, throw, new fault, rethrow activity. All 4 important features I have covered. While loop I have covered, lookup I have covered in this example, switch condition I have covered, and list file operation I have covered, and read file operation, list file, download file, notification I have covered in this example. Many concepts I have covered, guys. I'm telling you. So tomorrow we'll see BDI.
Tomorrow we have class, Mumshi.
Yeah. Tomorrow we'll have a class. I already told you, right?
Both classes also, BIT.
Both classes will be there. Both classes will be there till first. Thank you guys, I'm stopping now.
Vamshi, one question.
Yeah.
So, like in EBS, do we have anything like workflow in OIC?
Yeah, that also I will cover in the coming classes.
Okay. So there is separate concept.
Oracle process automation.
Okay.
Oracle process automation. I think last in the last 3-4 classes that only. So that is more than difficult whatever I am teaching now.
Okay.
Thank you guys, I'm stopping.
Thank you.